Hello guys, myself Ankit and this video shows another problem on LeetCode, shuffle the array. So given an array nums consisting of two n elements in the form of x1 to xn and y1 to yn, return the array in the form of x1, y1, x2, y2, xn, yn. So what they have told is, so if they are given the array and it contains two n elements means first n elements and next n elements. So they are divided the given array into two halves. One is x1 to xn, another is y1 to yn. We have to return an array such that each element that comes in the array, one will be from the first array, then will be second array, first array, second, so on. So alternatively, you have to take the elements from the either of the array in the return array. So that means in this example, you can see 251 and 347 n equal to 3, right? So 251 one array, first half of the array, second half of the array contains 347. So what the result contains 2, then from the second half of the array 3, then 5, then 4, then 1 from first half of the array and 7 from the second half of the array. So x1, x2, x3 and y1, y2, y3. So x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. So what's the approach to solve this problem? Let's take the given example because since it's a long example, we can handle all the cases. So let's consider the same example. Okay, given this example, now you could say we have divided to two parts. So this is one half of the array containing n elements and next half of the also containing n elements, total of 2 n elements. If you observe 1, 2, right? So only those elements which are in the even odd position, they are changing. So 2 is changing, then you shift. So how this is operates is first element from the first array. So you display first element from the first array. Next comes the second element from the second array. That will be 4, right? So to get this 4, we get this 4 to this position. So what do we do? Let's store the this element in the after we store replace it with this position. We have to shift the elements until this position. So how do we do this is before you restore this value to this position, you store it in a variable called temp. So temp equal to 2. Since we store this value now we can replace this 2 value with 4. Right. So nums of whatever ith value will be equal to 4 now. Now how do we get fetch that 4? That also I would say, and that I will tell you later. Now just we will see how does it operate works. So once you do this, next you start shifting the elements like from here let's say another variable called nums of j will be equal to nums of j minus 1. So nums of j 4 will be equal to j minus 1 4. So this will be shifted. Then this 4 will be equal to nums of j minus 1 3. Then for this it will not it will be equal to, now it's replaced by 4, right? So it will not be equal to 4. It will be equal to 2. To how to make it 2? We have temp value. So if anytime we have j equal to I plus 1, that is this position, then in such case nums of j will be equal to temp. Else part will be this condition. So only the position where next to the ith position, that will be equal to temp value because we stored that value in the temp. For all of the position, you are shifting the previous elements. 4 with 4, 3 with 4. Right? So what would you do is, given the array, split in two parts, first half of the array, and so you start with first element contain the by the first of the array, and the second element will be from the second array, right? The resultant array should contain. So to how to get the second element, you could see the positions here are, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this positions are the ones which we need to change. 1, 3, 5 and 7. 7 is, since it's the last, it will remain there itself. You won't exchange with anything. So you could see all the odd positions are changing, right? So before doing all these conditions, you have to check if I is I modulus 2. How to check it is odd? I modulus 2 is not equal to 0. If that is not equal to 0, only you perform all these operations. If I modulus 2 is on or equal to 0 means it's an even position 0, 2, 4. There you retain the elements as such. Right. So once you do that, if I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, that means it's on the odd position, you store that variable at that position in the temp variable because you will be replacing this with the second half of the array element. So nums of I will be equal to 4 now once you store it. After that, what you have to do, we have to shift these elements until this position, right, where n is there. So you shift, shift, shift. Only for the I plus 1th position, you do nums of I equal to 10. So this operations will give the resultant array as 1. Then 4 will be shifted here, 4. After that, 2 is stored in temp variable, let's say. And you 4, okay, you 2, 4 will be shifted to 4 here. 3 will be shifted to 3 here. And for this 2. So it will contain 2, 3, then 3 shifted one position, 4 is shifted another position. Then other remaining elements will remain as such. So 3, 2, and 1. So with the resultant of the first step. So now I is pointing here. You do I plus plus. So I will point in this position. But this is 0, 1, 2. It is even. So I modulus 2 is equal to 0 in this case. So you won't, this condition will not happen. Just skip it. Then you go here. So in this case, I modulus 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. So third position, again, 3 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. Yes, it is not equal to 0. So now in this case also what we have to do, split the half of the array we know. So 4 is done. Now we have to take the next element in the half of the array because 4 already we shifted. So next element in the half of the array is 3. So 3, I will remove this because you will get confused. Okay. Now 3 has to be replaced here. We know it's already 3, but actually what we will do, suppose in case it has 7 here, then 7 should be replaced by 3, right? 3 should be replaced by 7. So 3 we replace with this position. So that's why before replacing it, we have to store this variable. How do we store? Temp equal to 3. Then nums of I equal to this value 3. So how do you get this 4, 3 every time? For that, what is initially it is nothing but n, right? This is nothing equal to n equal to 4 in the given question because each subarray contains 4 elements. So for the next time, after you do n equal to 4, and j also will be equal to, j will be equal to where the j starts from nth position. So j will start from nth position. So until j not equal to I. So from this nth position till this position, we have to perform the operation. This is I here. So j will start from here n till the I plus 1th position. That is j is not equal to I. So that is operation. After you do this, now you do I n plus plus. Why n plus plus we perform is for the next iteration we have to fetch 3 row. 4 is done, replacing of the operations done. After all the operations, you have to do n plus plus. So n plus plus means n will be pointing to, n will be equal to, instead of 4, it will be 5. So this 3 is apparently a nums of n. Because we incremented n value in the previous step. So now we have 3 equal to, okay, nums of I, right? So we replace with this and we stored this 3 here. This is this 3 and this is this 3. So once this is done, now you have to shift the 4 to here, and this shifting is not here because here in this position you have to store this temp value, right? Because this element will be containing the element that is being replaced from the other array. So that should not be shifted to the next position of I. This ith position, I plus 1 position is going to contain the temp value, which is the previous element in this first subarray. So again, do okay, j equal to n also we do. And after this, j will pointing to n means here. And this 5, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So j equal to n. And we can keep it as n plus plus because after j equal to n, you have to increment the value of n. What does it mean? N equal to n plus 1. That means first it will assign the value of n to j, later it will increment the value of j. This statement means. So it will assign the value of 5 to j, so j will be 5. Next it will does this operation, n will be become 6 now. So once j equal to 5 we have, while looks at while j not equal to I. Then you have to do j minus minus j minus minus every time. That also you have to remember. While j is not equal to I, shift if any by any chance j plus 1, no, sorry, j is equal to I plus 1. That means if j is pointing to a position next to the ith position in the first array, that means we have stored that value of that position in the temp variable. So nums of j will be 10. And then otherwise, and you can break from here because you reach this position, so it's done. Otherwise, nums of I equal to nums of j equal to nums of j minus 1. Repeatedly you do this. So output of this operation in the second loop it will be 1, 4, 2, then 3. This 3 is replaced by this 3. So this is this 3 which I written here. After that shift 4 to 3, and for this position the previous temp value will be there. So first 3, then shifted position. So 3, 4, 2. Now we split again half of the array. 3 and 4 are shifted. These two first are shifted, right? 4 and 3 are done. 4 we inserted, 3 also we inserted. Next comes the 2. So where does 2 will be inserted? We know that I is pointing to which position now? 3 is done. So I was pointing to 3. So next again due to I plus plus, that will I will be equal to 4, which is even. So hence it is equal to 0, I modulus 2. So I will be incremented, it will become 5 again. So once I equal to 5, it will be pointed to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time I is pointing here, and I have to replace these two characters. Again you do the similar operation which you performed before also. First store the temp, this value in temp, because you are replacing this position's value by the element which you need to replace it. So this is nth position. N equal to 6, no? We incremented n. J plus plus we had it. Yeah. So n was 6 here, as I said. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n is 6. So we have to replace this nth position with the ith position. That's why you store it in a temporary variable called temp, and I is equal to 4. And then this equal to 4 means nums of 5. Then you replace nums of I will be equal to nums of n. So after you do this, now what we need to do? In this case, while j will be pointing to n, and then you do j n plus plus. So j equal to n means 6. Then you do 6, n plus plus will be equal to n will become 7. So once j equal to 6, while j not equal to I, so is j is not equal to I? Yes, it is not equal to I. Have to check if j is equal to I plus 1 position. Is this position is I plus 1 position because I is pointing here? Yes, it is. Then directly you can do nums of I equal to temp. So nums of this position will be equal to nums of j equal to temp is nothing but 4. So it's just reversing operation which we are doing here. So the output will contain, I have no space left. So the output will contain 1, 4, 2, 3, exchanging these two, so that will give 2, 4, and then 1. So coming to the last element, you don't have any other further elements here. So this is the output which you need to get. Yeah. So we will quickly code this now. I hope you guys have got the explanation. While coding also I would explain in detail. So at first run the for loop. So for int, and To avoid this condition, if I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, we can just start with I equal to 1 and I lesser than nums dot length, fine, and I equal to I plus 2. That will only point out to the odd positions, this operation. So even position won't be considered itself. So if you do this, then you need not to check this extra condition if I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, because this will point out only to the odd positions. So once you do this, now store the int temp equal to nums of I. Current value you have to store because you're replacing it with the second array's element. So yeah, in temp equal to nums of I, then nums of I equal to nums of n. Here pointed to the second array's position. So once this is done, now j equal to n plus plus. As I said, it will perform j equal to n and n equal to n plus 1. So first it will perform j equal to n. So n will be stored in j, then n will be incremented. So after this, check for while condition while j not equal to I. So I should give int j here. While j not equal to I, until j not equal to I, first you have to check if j is equal to I plus 1 position, then nums of j will be nothing but temp value because that is the previous array element which is there in that position. So it will be equal to 10. Else, and you can break from the loop here itself because that's the last position which is the I plus 1 position. For I position, we are not doing anything. So else, nums of j equal to previous element. So nums of j minus 1. And you do decrement the j. So at last, we need to return the nums. Any changes to be done? We'll run this. Yeah. Yes, it's been successfully submitted. If you have any notes, please drop in the comment section. And we'll come up with the other video in the next session and subscribe to the channel and keep learning. So as I said, it's problem. You just solve the whatever example they have given with the methodology in your book once, then you'll get to know this logic. Thank you.